What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol LCID for Lucid Group. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, yes, this will be an update. The last time we were talking, it was all about this move here from bottom all the way to the top of the range. Expected that pullback here, but obviously the elephant in the room is the breakout up and out of this overall range from in here. So whenever we're dealing with ranges, I know I've said that word a lot here, but we typically look for a doubling of that area. So I would say certainly that Lucid has doubled the prior area all in one day here on the major breakout. This is largely due to the fact that they have the deliveries coming out on the 30th. That's in 2 days from now at the, I believe it's the Lucid Air is what's releasing. Let's just double check here so I get it right and you guys don't attack me in the comment section. Yeah, so Lucid Air is what's being released and it is at the Dream Delivery event in California, okay? So that is obviously going to be a positive thing for the stock if all goes well there. So obviously we're moving higher. This was all punctuated by really solid volume down below. So we are essentially looking for momentum continuation to take us into the end of the week. Now this does come with a couple of caveats, but we'll talk about that when we get to the 30-minute in just a second. In terms of overhead levels to pay attention to, the next major structural thing on our chart is this overhead gap here. So we're looking from about 43.80 up to $50.33 as the next overhead target. That would be a similar size range as to what we saw today if we kind of put in a candle that looks something like this. So is it possible? Yeah, but are we going to get back-to-back candles that look like this? I mean, you know, certainly it has happened in the past. I mean, look what was happening in here during those peak euphoric sort of SPAC days. So it's not off the table, but again, thinking a little bit more realistically, volume would really have to support that if it's going to unfold that way. So speaking of volume, let's take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart and talk in terms of, you know, minimum requirements at least, okay? So if that move is going to unfold, if we are going to go into that 50-ish target, then basically what we need to see is volume surpass this 25 million shares per 30-minute bar mark if, again, this is going to happen on a momentum continuation play and just get us into that number immediately, okay? So keep an eye on volume. If we do start printing volume bars that are around this area or greater, then again, fine. Look for that to unfold into about 50 as an upside target. If volume does taper off and it's less than what we saw today, then here are the numbers to pay attention to, right? What we're going to do is take out the fibs from the low of the move here up to the high just to get a sense for what this pullback was. We'll, of course, opt for structure, but if it aligns, you know, so be it. And not really, okay? So the 38.2 was closed underneath here. The 50% mark was violated a little bit. So again, we're going to opt more for structure, which is slightly lower than that 50% mark. So let's go ahead and clear that up, remove drawing, and we'll stick to our guns and do something like this, okay? So for me, I would really just watch out for about 33.38, 33.40, that general zone to see if there's any sort of rollover here and we get some healthy acceptance. That could be the case if, again, volume wants to taper off. Note that if we hold on to this 33.38, that could essentially put in, from the daily perspective, let's check out that chart and talk in terms of, you know, potential, that could put in some sort of consolidation bar, some sort of hammer it could look like. It could look like a number of things structurally, right? But basically any consolidation that happens above this number on lighter volume is healthy, giving the buyers a chance to sort of recharge, if you will. Breakout could occur up and over for those upside targets. Of course, then on that breakout, you would want to see the volume come back in and be kind of on par with some of these elevated numbers. In terms of this number breaking at 33.38, that's where you would start to say, okay, you know, not the best sort of show of strength from the bulls. Maybe we see a retracement into like the 30-minute 50 SMA. That's the blue line on the chart. So keep an eye on that. That will be a moving target, of course. And then the last case scenario is, of course, I know I've said, of course, there twice in a row, but it would be down here, okay? So at 28, the breakout point. Now, why is that? Well, from the daily perspective, it would be a break and retest, right? And again, I'm not calling for this to unfold tomorrow. I'm not saying that Lucid has to break this and come down here, but if it does, that's where you want to be on high alert for support to come into play, because again, you have a break and a retest. That's where you expect buyers to step back up. Basically, anyone who missed this breakout today, that would be like the ultimate entry, right? So 28 is the next number to pay attention to. And again, I'm not advocating for that to happen tomorrow. I'm just simply stating if it wants to move lower, that's going to be a number where a lot of people are on high alert for buy entries, okay? So those are my thoughts inside of Lucid. The last thing I'll point out is that on this pullback into the afternoon, note that volume was tapering off, and that's exactly what you want to see. It's not like people were running for the exit signs. It was basically a healthy bit of profit taking and nothing more than that. That's going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it or learned anything new today, let me know in the comment section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.